from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
Now let's get to our Saturday slate of games. As I sit here and watch Ohio march down the field when whatchamacallit had a chance to score, but they couldn't. We got the Michigan Wolverines traveling to Happy Valley to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions. The number 9 Michigan Wolverines are 8-1 on the year, 7-2 against the spread, while the number 23 Penn State Nittany Lions are 6-3 on the year and 6-3 against the spread. This line opened up in favor of Michigan minus 2.5, and right now that it is at a pick 'em. The total opened up at 48. Right now, that line's at 48.5 as a consensus. Get to these injury reports real quick. Michigan, Ali. Is that Ali or All? That's All, the tight end. He is questionable with an ankle sprain. And Edwards, the running back, he is questionable as well for an undisclosed issue. For Penn State, defensive end Beeman, he is questionable as well. Michigan's coming off a 29-7 victory against Indiana, while Penn State's coming off a 34-14 victory against Maryland, which that game was very close in the first half. Michigan's actual faction is 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games, 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games this year, 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games against Penn State. They are 13-7 straight up in the last 20 games against Penn State as well. And the overs hit 5 out of the last 5 games when Michigan is on the road. Penn State, they're 10-3 against the spread in the last 13 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5. They are 10-3 straight up in the last 13 games. The overs also hit 6 out of the last 9 games when going against Michigan. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games at home. The unders also hit 7 out of the last 9 games this season. And Penn State's 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games when playing against a Big Ten conference opponent. And 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing against a East Division opponent out of the Big Ten. So Michigan, Penn State, Saturday early morning action. Marley, how do you feel about this game?
I wonder if this is going to be a whiteout. I bet it's going to be a whiteout at Penn State.
I don't know. They typically say the whiteouts for primetime
night games.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like Michigan State. Michigan here. For some strange reason, it seems like when Penn State plays up or plays at least a better team, i.e. Iowa, i.e. who else did they lose to? Let me see here for a second.
They lost to a couple of cats.
Yeah, Iowa was one.
They played Ohio State pretty tough.
Yeah, Ohio State. They still end up losing.
So they're on a 3-game. So before they beat Maryland, they were on a 3-game losing streak.
Right. Well, one of those losses to Illinois.
Right. They lost to Iowa 23-20, Illinois 20-18, and Ohio State 33-24.
Right. So for that reason alone, I'm going to go with Michigan. Their offense is moving the ball. The thing I do like about them, they're balanced. 200 yards rushing a game, 200 yards passing the games. A little slightly over because they're averaging 450 yards. Total offense, 36 points and not only giving up 19, even though that 16 goes up when they play teams like, i.e. Michigan State, Nebraska, and those are only 2 teams out of the last 5 games. Wisconsin put up 17 and put up some points. But I like Michigan State on the money line here. McNamara has been playing pretty good football. That's the quarterback. 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and his QBR is at 76.7, which is 16th in the NCAA. So he takes care of the ball. Go ahead.
My bad. I was saying that's my boy Romeo Savage. Shout out to that boy. He just came in town for the asteroid. Took him out on the night on the town, but he is a big Michigan fan, so that's his squad.
Yeah, we riding with the house. We riding with the big house.
Okay. Flat Top, how you feel about this one?
I'm right there with Marley on that. I think when Penn State has played, the tougher teams that they have, they've been in it, but they basically come away with L's. I think this is a pretty stingy Michigan D. They're pretty balanced, like you said, 200 and some change passing, 200 rushing. McNamara is not turning the ball over much. He's making smart plays. He's not trying to do too much. And Haskins has been good running the ball. So even though, this is projected to be a tight one, I think it will be. I think Michigan, they come away with a win, at Penn State. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Touchdown, Ohio. Wow. How did they always seems to amaze me, bro.
I need one more touchdown though.
Like they were 2-7 last week. And now they are in conference play and they taking now we're in Maction play and they're taking care of the business. Rourke is back in the game and he just dropped a dime.
What is their conference record though? I think their conference record is good though.
For almost 70 yards, he put it on him. My bad, man. I like Michigan also with the money line. This is making me sick right here. But I like Michigan with the money line. Yeah, Penn State, they play good. When they do play up to the competition, whenever they're going against a one of the upper echelon Big Ten schools, but James Franklin is James Franklin, like I said all year, and dating back to that Iowa game. So I'm right there on Michigan. I love the way they're running the ball. They do like to pass the ball. It's just they got to figure out which quarterback they want to run with, and just let that boy spin without allowing him to look over his shoulder like that. So I like Michigan with the points. Michigan on the money line for that game.
That Michigan Ohio State game gonna be lit this year for the first time in a couple years.
Oh yeah, it is.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from